Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Quick Scrap Craft, and today I have a very fast scrapbook process for you. This one is super easy because you basically just need a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, can be pattern paper, which is what I'm using, or solid construction paper, and then another big piece of either pattern paper or solid cardstock. And then you just put everything on top of it, and it's so super easy. So what I'm doing basically is I'm using a piece of orange 12 by 12 cardstock from Recollections. I got it at Michael's, and I just folded it in half and then did a hand-drawn heart. You know how you do the half of it and then you cut it out and you unfold it and it's a full heart? So the heart is going to be the big background on this heart patterned pattern paper from American Crafts. Yeah, I think it's American Crafts. And it's actually a Halloween pattern paper. The other side, if I had flipped it over, you would have seen ghosts and whatever. But I needed a pattern paper to go with this, and I was just looking through my stash trying to find something that I could use for this layout. And I saw that with the hearts, and I was like, I want to do a big heart background. So that would go perfectly. And so the colors of the pattern paper hearts are obviously orange and black. So I chose a big piece of the orange cardstock and I cut that into my heart. Now I'm using photos that were originally printed as 4x6. I'm just cutting them down to 3x4. These are photos of my daughter at Dorney Park last summer. I'm literally just going to line them all up across the heart and then add some embellishments, add title and embellishments, and it's pretty much done. I have done big heart shapes before, or other big shapes behind the photos on a layout. One time I did a big heart, I did it at the Stampin' Scrapbook Expo. And we popped the heart shape up on foam dots, which was pretty cool. So obviously, I could have done that here. You can do that too. And then I should find that layout actually. You can, if you pop it up, you can do lots of tucking underneath to create a little bit more extra dimension with all of your embellishments and that kind of thing. I kept it just really simple here and decided to just make it flat. And I think also because I had the 4 photos, I didn't want to, I don't know, it was just a lot. It was a lot of photos. And because if I just lined them up straight across, it would just look like, it would have stretched from one side of the page to the other. And I didn't really want that. I wanted the photos to be, or at least there to be like some border around the photos, if that makes sense. So I kind of overlap the photos and they're kind of going at different angles, so nothing is super straight. I kind of like that look. That's my style. But of course, if you wanted the photos to be all in a row and you also still wanted to see that pattern paper going around them, you could cut the photos down to even a smaller size, so smaller than 3x4. I think 2x3 might be a little too small, but somewhere in between 3x4 and 2x3, I think would give you a nice size if you didn't want to layer them up and make them all like wonky. So another cool thing about this layout is that I'm using some Disney embellishments, but we're not at Disney, are we? We're at a different amusement park. But just because it's an amusement park and my Disney embellishments are for an amusement park, I thought they were going to be really fitting to use. And some of the colors are the same, very bright. We've got oranges, we've got black. So I'm using some Simple Stories and some Ellie Studio, and I think Echo Park, I want to say. I have a lot of Disney embellishments. I'm going to throw that out there. I don't have a lot of Disney paper. I have like half a Disney paper, but I have a lot of embellishments. So finding other ways to use them is really great because though it may seem like my family goes to Disney a lot, we actually don't. So unless we're going to be, planning going to Disney like every month, then I'm not going to be able to use all of these embellishments. So finding other ways to use them is key. And that's my tip to you. If you also have lots of embellishments for Disney or something else, and you're like, how am I ever going to use these? Get creative and find other ways to use them because there's always a way. So I did a little title up at the top right. It says "Say Cheese," a couple little embellishments there. Along the diagonal going on down back to the bottom left, there's some embellishments down there as well. And then I brought it over to the other side on the bottom right where I'm going to do some journaling. And then again, a little bit up on the diagonal and to the top left, but higher than the top right, I'm just going to add a few more embellishments. So it's almost like four corners, but they're a little bit offset. And also still working the diagonals, which I think works because the heart itself kind of has a diagonal going on with it, with how the top part is bigger and then you go down and the bottom part is smaller, big, small, diagonal, groups of three. All the artistic techniques are represented today, I think. Although I did a little bit more than groups of three in some of these spots. But that's okay, because you can start with a group of three and then, work your way out from it if you feel like it needs more. And there's no wrong way to do embellishments. Literally, this is it. This scrapbook page, I know it's been sped up, so it's under 10 minutes, but really, if you have everything put together in advance, you could do this in 10 to 15 minutes. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below to let me know what your favorite amusement park is, and I'll see you next time. Bye.